Now, thank you, thank you. Basically, this knowledge level, ACCA knowledge level, which we can say as foundation level, there are three subjects. Old name F1, F2, F3. Then F1 name was earlier accounting in business, which they have changed the name to BP. There is no change in syllabus, just the change in the name around 2 months back. I don't remember exact date. F2 name is management accounting and F3 name is financial accounting. Similarly, in CIMA, the certificate level BA1, BA2, BA3, BA4. BA2 is management accounting, BA3 is financial accounting. The same subject, the same syllabus, the same exam pattern, everything is same. In this case, this subject in CIMA is actually operational level E1. This is not there in CBA level. In CIMA, this is in operational level. This is a theoretical subject. There is no numericals, there is no calculation, there is no plus minus, there is no use of calculator. Neither in the class, neither in the exam, no calculator. I can say that this is a subject. If those who are doing ACCA or CIMA after class 12, that is they are studying BCom and BBA, then in that case, 70 to 80% of the thing, student has already studied this in their 11th and 12th class. If they have studied commerce, not science, if they had studied commerce or in 11th and 12th class, then 70 to 80% thing you have studied earlier. Slightly some economics part, slightly some business organization, what is organization, slightly relating to external, internal environment, some laws, some regulations, some employees motivation and all that. I'm not saying that the comma, full stop, language and all that will be same in any course. Because if I'm writing something, that language which I'm writing and that language which anybody of you will write will never be same. Language will be different. Maybe my interpretation and your interpretation will be same. But the language cannot be same. Everybody has his own style. Everybody has his own style of writing the things. But it's a theoretical subject. In a theoretical subject, somebody can say that we need to mug up, we need to remember. I will not say no. The other two subjects in CIMA are, one is relating to law, which is in ACCA at skill level, slightly law level, and one is relating to ethics and all that, which ethics and all that is there in ACCA at every level. So I can say that the other two subjects in CBA level, BA1, BA4, are theory, but those subjects are not, cannot be taught with the ACCA students because they will be slightly different. The law one is similar to this. Please check. No, law is a separate subject in ACCA. In ACCA, the law subject and CIMA, you can say some of the things are common, but not so much as it was there in BA2, BA3. That's the difference. Because you will be getting some more things, some different things in CIMA as compared to here. I will not say that that is not there in ACCA or CIMA syllabus, but not like that most of the things covered in one subject. That's the issue. Okay. So I will not say that it is related with CBA level. For that reason, I am saying CIMA E1, operational level. In operational level, CIMA, there is a subject E1, enterprise management. In that case, the 80-90% thing is related with AB or BP F1. So you can say that it is a correlated subject with CIMA in CIMA E1, not the CBA level. What I meant to say that, what I was saying, in a theoretical subjects, obviously, since the calculations are not involved, then the enjoyment in study will not be for a long time. If you will study on your own, after 1 hour or 1.5 hours, you will lose the rhythm. You will not enjoy study theory. Generally, my understanding, it's my experience of 30 years. The theory subject at a time cannot be studied for more than 1.5 hours. But if you are doing, say, numericals, maybe management accounting, maybe financial accounting, preparing balance sheet, PL account, everything, maybe you can study at a stretch 3 hours, 4 hours with efficiency. But in a theoretical subject, we lack the efficiency. When the hours is 1 hour, 1.5 hours like that, we will be able to maintain our, what do you say, interest for 1.5 hours when we will study theoretical subjects. But whether it's a numerical subject, whether it's a theoretical subjects, the most important part is understanding the concepts. If I am not getting the concept, and in a theoretical subject, many students have given the exam already for BP, AB, they have already given the exam, they passed also. But out of those students who passed, 90% student has not studied in a conceptual manner. They passed, but their concepts are not clear. The benefit in doing any professional course is getting the concepts. The benefit is not in doing any course just by doing the course and getting the degree, which you will be able to realize in your future life when you will be doing your own business, when you will be doing jobs somewhere. You will find that if my understanding are good, then I can apply that in the practical world. But if I'm just thinking from the exam point of view, what questions will come and all that, then maybe I'm getting the degree, but I'm not practically so equipped. So my objective in the class is not explaining whatever written in the theory in the material. My own examples, my own understanding, giving examples of the corporates, organizations, my organization, your business, as I always do, to make the subject more interesting. But this will not take much time to complete. As we studied in financial accounting, around 32, 33 classes. In management accounting, we studied 29 classes. In this subject, maximum, even though I will stretch to any extent, it cannot be greater than 20 classes. Everything will be finished along with the queries, along with the explanation in maximum 20 classes. It is going to be less than 20, but it is generally 20 classes. And each class will generally be not more than 2 hours. Maybe sometime 2 hours, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that is other thing. But generally the duration of the class will be 2 hours. Because beyond that, you will lose interest in the class. To maintain your interest, I will be taking my time that I will be taking only 2 hours in the class. There are many places where you will find that you need to remember. I can say in your language, mugging up. I don't think so. Mugging up means I will be like in bacha class, I can say 3, 4 or 5, 7 class. We used to study and we are reading something 50 times, 100 times. That mugging up, don't try. Because the questions in the exams will be more on application than on mugging up style. There are so many points written in the theoretical way, charts and all that, which is very difficult to remember everything. The examiners are not going to ask questions on your mugging thing. The examiners are going to ask questions. The examiners are going to ask questions on your understanding, on your application. So try to understand the application, not go into the mugging up style, because then you lose interest also. And then you use it, I mean to say, maybe you will not give exam, delay your exam. You will be thinking that it is very difficult subject. You are, because as I said, if you all have studied in 11th and 12th class in commerce, not in science or arts, then in 11th and 12th class, 70 to 80% we have already studied all these things in a different language, in a different write-up, but basically the crux is same which we have studied. So it's not a new subject for any student who is going for ACCA or CIMA. This is not a new things which they are going to study. 70-80% thing you all have studied, unless and until you are not from a science background. Before proceeding, as I always say, I will be making my routine, how we are going to cover the entire syllabus, what is the part of the syllabus, how the syllabus is structured, that is what the institute guidelines are there, how we need to study, how you will be studying, and what is our modus operandi in the class to complete the syllabus. Okay. First of all, I am going into that. It will take around half an hour, 40 minutes. Before going into that, if any student who has joined with us before June 2020, any student who joined before June 2020, whether for CIMA or ACCA, the student has to give at least one exam by March 2021. If any student joined with us for ACCA or CIMA before by June 2020, they have to give exam. I'm not asking all three, at least one exam by March 2021. Otherwise, the classes will not be given to you. The reason is only one. That means you are not interested in study and you don't want to complete the course. Because we have completed from April 25th till around May, June, July, and I can say August. In 4 months, I taught manage financial accounting. Then in the end of August or September beginning, we started with financial accounting. September, October, November, December. And then we are starting in January, the first subject, that is accounting in business, January, February, March. You can take maximum 15th April, not beyond that. Maximum 15th April. By that time, you have to give at least one subject exam. If you don't give one subject exam, then in that case, you are not allowed to continue with the classes. The reason are two. One, actually you don't interested in study. So it is better to do something else. The second thing, it is very difficult to communicate with the institute. Why the student is not giving exam in 1 year for one subject? When the one subject should be completed in 2 to 3 months, then why the student is not giving exam for one subject in 1 year? It is very difficult to justify to the institute. They put pressure on us. They ask why the student is not giving. What I will reply? I cannot give any logical reason. I can understand because this 2020 year was very bad year for all of us. There may be, you can say, medical issues with you, with your family or anybody. There may be financial issues. I can understand. But anything has a limit by which we can extend it or extract it. Beyond that, the limit cannot be extended. So I am giving that by March. You are standing in January. By March, complete at least one subject. You don't have to take tension other two subjects. Again, I will be teaching you and again join again. There is no problem. But one subject should be completed by March 2021. It's categorically I am saying, and you have to abide by this. I am not asking a very big thing from you. One single exam at least by March 2021. Those who joined after June 2020, I am not asking for them. But there is no pressure on them. Just that there are so many students joined after June 2020 and they have already completed all the three subjects. All three. They joined after June 2020, they completed all three subjects. They are already starting skill level and they are studying in the skill level. There are students who joined before June. There are students who joined in 2020 beginning to 2019 and they have not completed a single subject. And there are students who have completed the three subjects and they are going to give exam in March, 2 subjects of skill level. So by March, they will be completing 5 subjects. We need to compare with them what we are doing. Are we actually interested in doing something or we are only interested in wasting time? That we need to take a call. Today, there are 23 students up till now. You will see that after some time, maybe 2-3 more, 25. Next class will be 15. Third class will be 10. And then 4th to 5th class, there will be 5-6 students who will be doing this subject class. I know. You will say that, sir, ऐसा नहीं होगा. मेरे को पता है, ऐसा ही होएगा. ऐसा ही होगा. कि after 4-5 classes, only 4 to 5 students will be doing the live class. So the question of when the new batch, when the live class will start, forget all these. Think about your study. Whether you are attending live class or not doesn't matter. You have to take a target. You have to complete your assignment within the given time. Then only called the project is successfully completed. If it is not completed in time, it is called the project is not completed or unsuccessful. Anything in life will be treated as completed in time, it's called successful. Otherwise unsuccessful. We need to be everywhere successful in life, not only in exams or courses. Everywhere I need to be successful in life. It is a good thing to say, when you read in the social media or anything, गिर के ही आदमी खड़ा होता है. Failures are the pillars of success. I don't believe in this. When any student don't pass in the exam, you will realize, you can understand the feeling of that student. And those students who are passing, they are very optimistic. And they are achieving next by next target very fast. So according to me, success are the pillars of success. According to me, why the failures will be arising? When I'm not giving proper efforts, when I'm not studying in the proper direction, when for the outcome, I'm not doing the preparation the way it is required. For that reason, failures arises. We can say God helps those and all that. So many maxim I can use. But my life experience says that I have to be successful in the first attempt only. I need to study in such a way. I need to give my everything in such a way that I cannot be unsuccessful. I have to be successful by hook or crook, by anything. Whatever is required, I will be doing, and I want to be successful. If you want to be successful in life, not only in foundation level exam, in knowledge level or anything, you have to do everything with a target. There are so many alibis. This happened, that, this problem. Everybody can say. But God helps those who help themselves. So if I am ready to help myself, then everything will be fine. So all these alibi, this happened, that, this are not allowed. You have to be achieving the target by any way. I'm not saying that you don't enjoy your life. You don't see television. You don't enjoy with your friends, families. I'm not saying. We can study every day 2.5 hours and easily complete each subject in 3 months, 4 months maximum. So in a period of, you can say 10 to 12 months, easily all the three subjects can be completed. Maybe somebody is more serious completing in 4 or 5 months, that's other thing. They are super efficient. They are exceptional. Forget them. But at least I need to be an average type of person for getting success in life. So I need to be completing each subject in a proper time frame. So whether you attend the live classes or not doesn't matter. We will have the live classes the way we conduct always. Whether you attend or not, you study properly the way I am saying in coming 30-40 minutes, then in that case, there will be no problem in giving this exam maximum by April 15th. By that you can complete. So that in one financial year, you completed the foundation level, that is knowledge level, and you can start with the skill level or in CIMA operational level as the case may be. Okay? Now, first of all, going into institute website, acccaglobal.com. This is ACCA Institute website. In this, under the tab students, under student study support resources. Under students study support resources. Under study support resources, there are three tabs. One is ACCA qualification, one is ACCA foundation level, one is diploma IFRS. There are students in the class, those who are actually in the foundation level. And there are students in the class and in the world also, those who are actually in ACCA qualification. Those who have not yet cleared 12th exam, they are in 11th and 12th standard, or those who have cleared 12th, but in 12th, either in mathematics or in English, they scored less than 65%. Or maybe the university or the college or the institution from where they have done the 12th standard, whatever they have done, maybe that is not so much recognized by the ACCA institute. There are many things. The student is 11th and 12th standard. The student is 12 pass out, but in maths and English scored less than 65% in 12th. Or maybe the university or college or anywhere from where he has done the 12th, that is not so much recognized, not so famous. Then the student need to go through the foundation route. But if those conditions are not there, then the student will start from ACCA qualification. There is no difference in the exam. There is no difference in the number of papers. There is no difference in the cost of education. Everything is same. Just that the first three subjects, which is F1, F2, F3, the name is BP, MA, FA. For foundation level student, it is called FBP, FMA, FFA. The foundation word is included before the subject. For the ACCA students, it is called BP, not FBP. It is called FA, not FFA. It is called MA, not FMA. Whether you are 12 pass out or not, whether you scored a proper percentage in 12 or not, whether your university, college, school, anywhere from where you have completed 12, is a famous or not, there is no change in the exam, fees, anything. Everything is same. Just that the student has to go through the foundation level. In the foundation level, normally you will see there are 7 subjects. But if a learning partner, me or anybody in India, anybody will register you, then in that case, you don't have to give 7, you have to give only 3 exams. But if you will register on your own in the foundation level, then 7 exams. So if your friend or anybody want to do ACCA, ask him or her to do the registration in ACCA through a learning partner which are mentioned on the ACCA website. Don't tell the student or your friend that register on his own, because otherwise in foundation level he need to give 7 exams. But if the learning partner in India is registering the students, then the student need to give 3 exams. Just the name is different. Like here in foundation level, they have written 7 subjects. I am saying that it is FMA, which we studied just around last week completed. For the ACCA student, it is ME. Then FFA, Financial Accounting. For the ACCA student, it is FA, not FFA. And it is Foundation in Business and Technology. For the ACCA student, it is Business and Technology, not Foundation. The word Foundation is extra added for the foundation level student. But the course curriculum, the exam pattern, the duration of the exam, the passing criteria, the exam fees and everything is totally same. I always every day receive at least 5 queries from the students anywhere in the world in India. सर मेरा इंग्लिश और मैथ्स में 60% आया था, 50 आया था, कैन आई डू ACCA? उनको ये पता ही नहीं चलता है कि वो अलाउड है कि नहीं। आपका 10 पास आउट है, आप ACCA के लिए अलाउड है। आपका क्या मार्क्स 12 में आया इससे कोई मतलब नहीं। अच्छा आया बहुत बढ़िया, नहीं आया और बढ़िया, कोई बात नहीं। You think about future. Whatever happened in the past, we can't change. So there are many students in the class, presently in the class, like us. You have given exam for FFA, but there are students in the class who have given exam for FA. कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है, वही एग्जाम है, वही सिलेबस है। तो I am teaching for FBT or BT. Somebody was asking what is BT? BT is Business and Technology. Earlier the name of the subject was Accounting in Business, AB. Around 2-3 months back, I don't remember exact date, they have changed the name of the subject Business and Technology. No change in syllabus. All comma, full stop, entire syllabus is same. Just that it is Business and Technology. अरे मेरे भाई अंश यार, 100 बार बोलूं एक बात को आपको, मैंने अपनी मम्मी को सबको बोला और अभी फिर बोला, फिर वही बात यार। लगता है कि टाइम वेस्ट करने से मजा है। मैंने अभी खोलने के पहले बोला कि स्टूडेंट नीड टू गिव सेम एग्जाम, सेम फीस, सेम एवरीथिंग, फिर चालू हो गए यार। प्लीज ऐसे नहीं करें यार, रिक्वेस्ट है। किस लैंग्वेज में बोले, उर्दू, फारसी, कैसे बोले यार? कि जो फाउंडेशन लेवल स्टूडेंट है उनको FBT, FFA, FMA, केवल ये 3 एग्जाम देना है। जो नॉर्मल ACCA स्टूडेंट है उसको FBT के बदले BT, FFA के बदले FA और FMA के बदले MA, और कोई एग्जाम नहीं देना है। But if the student register in foundation level on their own, ये सारा एग्जाम देना है, समझ लेना मेरे भाई। So any of your friends or anybody who has not scored in 12 proper marks और 12 पास आउट नहीं है, आप उनको कोई ना कोई लर्निंग पार्टनर के थ्रू रजिस्टर करने बोलिए। वापस से पूछना नहीं जीवन भर, हाथ जोड़कर विनती है मेरे भाई, कोई भी। क्योंकि आई एम सेइंग एवरी डे आई एम रिसीविंग 5-7 क्वेरी, सर मेरे को देने मिलेगा, और मैं बोल बोल के मुंह सूख गया है मेरा हर बैच में। If you open the videos of the previous batch FMA, I said 2-3 times. If you open the FFA batch, उसमें भी 2-3 times, फिर से मैंने पहली बार बोला। 10 से 15 बार तो मैंने ऑलरेडी बोल दिया। आपने फोन किया तो मैंने बोला, आपके पेरेंट्स को बोला, और कैसे बोलूं यार, समझ में नहीं आता है यार। प्लीज रिक्वेस्ट है, ऐसा नहीं करें, इरिटेशन तो होगा ना। In CIMA, the course structure is not like that. Syllabus is same. Whatever a student ACCA will study, 90% syllabus in CIMA is same. Maybe somewhere else in different subjects like that. So whatever the common subjects are there, I teach ACCA and CIMA students together. And up till now, every subject I have said common subjects. Again, this is a common subject not for CBA level, for operational level FE1. In CIMA, operational level subject E1, and in ACCA, F1 is same. Okay. Now, I am actually interested in going in ACCA qualification only. कोई फर्क नहीं है, but just that for understanding purpose. The first subject is business. You can see there it was written foundation in business and technology. This is written business technology, BT. FBT for foundation student, BT for ACCA students. FBT for foundation student, BT for ACCA student. This is, I should say, for ACCA foundation student. E1 for CIMA students. E1 for CIMA students. नाम अलग अलग, मेरा नाम प्रकाश सराफ, सराफ प्रकाश, PS, SP, whatever. Ultimately, I am one person only. वैसे ही ये बात चल रही है. Whether you say FBT, whether you say BT, whether you say CIMA E1, they don't have any difference. Same story. Sorry. Now I am going into BT. In the BT, Introduction to Business Technology, there is a tab. Then there is examining team guidance. Then there is a syllabus. Then there is practice test. Then there is specimen exam. Then there is technical articles. And then there is FAQs. If the student has any question, when he go through with the FAQs, he will be able to get. And then at the end, there is a pass percentage in last approximately 2 years. 83, 83, 85, 82, 86%. That means if 100 students are giving the exam, more than 80% students are always passing. Always. If in a month, all over the world, suppose 100 students gave exam for BT, more than 80 students are clearing this paper. Normally, there are no failures in this subject. The pass percentage in other subject, financial accounting, management accounting is less. Financial accounting, it is around 75 to 80%. Management accounting, it is around 70 to 75%. But BT, it is 80 to 85%. So it is a very good, decent, I can say BCom type. अगर आप 11, 12 ये सब का एग्जाम दे रहे हैं, उसमें भी पास परसेंटेज 80-85 ही होता है. मतलब जो लोग भी एग्जाम देते हैं सब पास होते हैं. क्या हम लोगों के कोई फेल हुआ है? हुआ है. मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ जीरो, बिकॉज 100% तो नहीं है ना. मान लीजिए लास्ट 2 साल में, मेरे को एग्जैक्ट नंबर्स नहीं याद है कितना स्टूडेंट एग्जाम दिए. हम मान लेते हैं कि लास्ट में 2 साल में अराउंड मेरे हिसाब से 300 स्टूडेंट एग्जाम दिए मेरे से BT. 300 में से 90% ने लाइव क्लास नहीं किया है, रिकॉर्डिंग किया है, जैसे भी किया है, लेकिन वो 300 में से 10 से ज्यादा कभी फेल नहीं हुए. मतलब द पास परसेंटेज इन आवर केस इज 97-98%. कभी भूले चुके कोई 100 जन में 1 जन या 2 जन फेल होता है, इसमें कोई फेल ही नहीं होता. इट इज लाइक कोरोना कि द रिकवरी रेट इज 99.5% लाइक दैट. सो इट इज नॉट अ डिफिकल्ट सब्जेक्ट टू पास. बट अगर हम लोग पास और फेल के लिए पढ़ रहे हैं, then तो I can complete the entire syllabus in 10 classes only. Why I will be taking 20 classes? Why I will be teaching double? The objective of the class is not pass or fail. The objective of the class is to get the concept clearly, properly. Whenever I start a subject, you must have seen that in first class, I categorically go into the institute website and I ask all the students, and now also I am asking, ये सारा चीज के अंदर क्या क्या लिखा हुआ है. It is not advisable that I will be wasting my time and opening each and every document. कि मैं introduction to खोलूं, examining team guidance भी खोलूं, syllabus भी खोलूं. If I will be opening all of them, एक तो ये 1.5-2 घंटा में होगा नहीं. It will take 5-6 hours और वो पूरा का टाइम वेस्ट होएगा fully. but it is a responsibility of every single student. Every single. Open this and go through with the details whatever they have written anywhere. जो भी उन्होंने लिख के रखा है आप प्लीज उसको गो थ्रू एक बार करिए. मैं सपोज एक बार सिलेबस गाइडलाइंस आई एम ओपनिंग. The syllabus guidelines I have downloaded. They are saying that this syllabus guidelines which is given here is relevant for September 2020 to August 2021 exam. Whatever we are studying, as per the guidelines of the institute, this is relevant till August 2021 exam. But if I will open, I am not opening, if I will open the last year syllabus, that is September 1919 to August 2020, comma full stop, same syllabus was there, comma full stop, same syllabus. For the knowledge level subjects, financial accounting, management accounting, BT, there are no changes in the syllabus. But the study material every year is new. Like I mean to say that suppose I taught in the previous batch management accounting. If I will teach again after 5-6 months management accounting, I cannot be comma full stop same. There is no change in syllabus. But maybe I will be giving some different example. Maybe I will be maintaining in the class some different order slightly for different topics. Maybe. Because how I will be able to remember what I taught exactly in the first class of last batch? It's not possible. It's not possible for human beings. So whenever the study material will be coming, something here and there, different write-up is there. That is not a change in the syllabus. Because this is not a regulatory thing. This is not law or tax where every year Niyam, Kanun and all that are changing. The syllabus is same for the last 4-5 years. No change in the syllabus. Around earlier 4-5 years back, the name of the subject was F1. Then they changed the subject to AB, accounting in business. And then the name of the subject is BP. कोई फर्क नहीं. If you have the material 2 years back, 2 years now, कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता. Believe करिए. Because anyhow it's a theory, you cannot mug up the things. They are saying that this subject knowledge will be helpful in your ACCA, in management accounting subjects, in financial accounting subjects, in foundation, in professional level subjects. I mean to say that this subject actually directly not have so much relevance in skill level and professional level. इस सब्जेक्ट का स्किल लेवल, बट एक बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट इज बिजनेस एंड ऑल दैट is required every time in life, because all commerce qualification are business qualification. They are saying that in the syllabus there are 4 parts. Part A, which is business organization, stakeholders and external environment. Part B, business organization, structure, functions and governance. Part C, accounting and reporting system and technology, compliance, control and security. Part D, actually 5 parts. Part F also, 6 parts. Part D, leading and managing individuals and teams. Part F, personal effectiveness and communication. And last, professional ethics in accounting and business, part F. There are 6 areas of the syllabus. If I will go into detail of these syllabus areas, the part A, business organization and structure. Under business organization and structure, if I will go into, you can see the way they have written. It is, what is the types of businesses in the world, stakeholders in the business, then how the business is getting affected by macro and micro environments, social demographic pressures, then the business organization functions, the formal, informal business, organization structure, entrepreneurial, divisional and all that, organization culture, committees, governance and social responsibility, CSR. Then part C is reporting system compliance, the relationship between accounting and business functions. Then you can say the accounting and business function, laws, sources and what do you say? The source documents for accounting and business functions, IT, the use of IT in the business functions. And you can say internal control to prevent fraud in the business. Leading and managing individuals, that a business is managed by the board members, by the leaders, their leadership quality. What is leadership? What is management? What is group behavior? How can we develop a team? How can we motivate our staff? How can we motivate them? Personal effectiveness and communication. Personal effectiveness, competitiveness, personal development, performance evaluation, framework, business communication, and then ethics. Whether we are doing business, whether we are doing service, whether we are doing anything, we need to be ethical. So what is ethics in business? What is ethicals in ACCA guidelines? What are the ethical principles? That is covered in part F. That is 6 areas. If we go into detail, then part A is further broken down into different parts. Part A is basically, first of all, is saying as the business organization. What are the types of business organization? The stakeholders, political and legal factors affecting the business, macroeconomic factors, microeconomic factors, social and demographic things, technological factors affecting the business, competitive factors affecting the business, business organization structure, this is coming B. Organization, different types of organization structure, culture in the organization, committees in the organization, governance of the organization. Then the accounting and business functions, accounting and reporting functions, accounting, financial statement preparation, tax return preparation, company law things, then treasury management in business, accounting and finance function, the source of internal and external information for accounting, law, regulations in the business. This is all part C. Then finance system, fraud and preventing fraud, what can be action taken, internal control, the implication of financial strategy. Then comes point number D, leadership, management. Who can be said as a leader? What are the leadership qualities? What is a management? How the leadership and management are different? Recruitment, selection, training, motivation of staff, their performance evaluation, appraisal system of the staff. E, professional effectiveness, personal effectiveness technique, what we should be doing in our personal life for our development, for effectiveness, so that whatever we are doing, we will be able to do in a better way. And then the last one is basically F, which is said as professional ethics in accounting and business, which is ethical principles by IFAC, International Federation of Accounting Council, the professional ethics by the CIMA Code of Ethics. Actually, ethics was there in financial accounting subject also. It is again here included. Role of regulatory bodies in developing ethics, Code of Ethics by ACCA Institute, and what are the ethical dilemmas. The part F is related with ethics. Now, if I will divide this whole thing, if you will think that, sir, you are opening different documents and all that. Up till now, I was there on the website. Website is freely available for you. I am saying that whatever I am not opening, that also you should open and see through with the syllabus and everything. This document is not shared with all of you. This I got around 2 days back only from ACCA Institute only for teaching in a better way. The help by the institute to the learning providers for teaching to students. So I got this 2 days back. When my team will be sharing with you the documents, then they will be sharing this with this also. Don't worry. Don't think that whatever documents are there, you will get all the things. So if we go syllabus wise, then there are basically, I will say 29 topics are there. Topic wise, if we go. If we divide these topics into 6 areas, the first area is part A, which is related with business organization, stakeholders, political, social, technological, environment, competitive, macro. This is all relating to part A. Up till 1 to 8 is part A. Part A is 1 to 8. Then organization structure, business organization structure design, organization culture, committees in the business organization are all part 2. I can say governance and social responsibility can be said as part B also, part C also, because it is related with accounting and business functions also. The relationship between accounting and business function, part C. Accounting and business function, part C. Principles of laws and regulations, part C. Internal audit, fraud and all that. Financial system procedures and related IT applications, which we can say part C. I will say that the D is the organization structures. So which is internal control, fraud, impact of technology on accounting business. This is part D. Then comes leadership, which is part E. Leadership, management, recruitment, motivation, selection, learning, growth, review of the appraisal, individual performance. These are all part E. Then you can say part F, which is fundamental principles of ethical behavior, and these personal effectiveness, because part F mainly is basically part F is, I will say, ethics, but as one second, part F is ethics, part is social conflict technique, conflict relationship and referral, personal effectiveness. Yes, so actually we will say communication, personal effectiveness is part E. The last topic, only one topic, is part F. Then part D is leadership, motivation, all these things, recruitment, selection from leadership, from 21 to 26, each part D. Then I can say DEFC is all these accounting functions, fraud, internal control, up till from accounting function from 14. Then you can say from up till 13, from 9 is part B, and part A is 1 to 8. So if I will go with the syllabus wise, ACCA, BT or FBT syllabus, part A, chapter 1 to 8. 1 to 8 or 9, let me check one second. Competitive factors, and the competitive factors 8, 1 to 8. Let me finish from here, because this I received 2 days back and I like this document very much. My focus in the class will be on this document only, because I will be able to teach better and I will be able to teach faster also. So I will be going in Kaplan, don't worry. So 1 to 8 is part A. Then 9 to 1 second. The part B, they are saying business organization structure, functions and governance. Okay. In that they are saying the last part is governance and social. So we can see from 9 till 13. Part B, chapter 9 to 13. Part C, chapter 14 to relationship, accounts, fraud, up till, अच्छा, 1 second, financial technology. C is accounting, fraud, the functions of financial technology, that is part 3 only. leading and management individuals. Okay. So we can say this is 14 to 20. Chapter 14 to 20. Then part D. Chapter 21 to, again going here, leadership and management motivation, performance evaluation in E. Okay. So it is 21 to 26. 21 to 26. Then part E. Chapter 27, 28. And part F. Chapter 29. If I will go in the Kaplan or BPP, say I am going in Kaplan. Kaplan book 18. The number of topics are 25. It's not 29. We can say that business organization, structure, organization, culture in business, information technology, information system, stakeholders in the business, external analysis, competitive factors, professional ethics, governance and social laws and regulations, accounting, financial system, the relationship between accounting and other business functions, audit, fraud, leadership, recruitment, individual motivation, individual learning at work, review and appraisal of individual performance, personal effectiveness, communication in business. Actually, this 24, 25 is in Kaplan. 24, 25. Then ethics. Ethics. They have written ethics, professional ethics, chapter 10. This is chapter 10. In Kaplan, chapter 10. Then comes, I will say, accounting and business functions and all that, which is part C. So accounting and business function, financial system, relationship between accounting and finance, auditing and control, fraud. These are all chapter 12 to chapter 17. In Kaplan, part C. Kaplan, chapter 12 to chapter 12 to 17. Chapter 12 to 17. Then part D is leadership and all that. This leadership is 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So it is 18 to 23. This part D in Kaplan 18 to 23. Then part B and A. Competitive forces, external analysis, stakeholders, all these are part A. Organization, business organization, structure, business, or this is part A. But this is part B. Part B, information and technology, part B. This is part A. I can say that 1 and 5 to 9. This is in Kaplan. 1, 5 to 9. And this In Kaplan, the balance topics which are left, which is basically 2, 3, 4. Yes, stakeholders are in part 1. 2, 3, 4. Now, if we go in some other book, BPP, again maybe some here and there. If we go in some other book, again some here and there is no limit. Why I am doing this classification? Actually, if you ask me, there is no meaning of this, believe me. We have to study everything in our class. We cannot leave any portion. If we leave any portion, the problem will be there in getting confidence in the exam. Before proceeding, what is the institute guidelines? What they are saying? This is written by the institute, not written by me. I am reading the institute guidelines. The new structure will see the paper divided into 2 parts. This is not now. This is already running for last 4 years. But they are saying that just new scheme. Section A. Section A of the new style exam will contain a mix of 32 marks questions and 16 1-mark questions. 32 marks question, 30 into 2, 60, and 16 1-marks question, 16 into 1, 16. So 60 plus 16, 76 marks. 1-mark questions are new. 11th chapter देख लेते हैं यार, कापलान में कि किसमें? 11th is governance and social responsibility. That will be, I will say, accounting and business function, part C. Part C. आप इसको 11 से ही ले लीजिए. Because in accounting and business functions, they have considered all regulations also. Not in the business organization structure, not that. It is here only. ठीक है, मैं ये पढ़ रहा था. Concentrate करिए. What they are saying. The question paper will be of 30 marks, 32 marks question, 60 marks, 16 1-mark question, 16 marks. 1-mark questions are new and are usually shorter and will either have no background statement or a brief one. The background statement will not be there or maybe 1 or 2 lines only. But in a 2 marks question, the background statement may be 5-7 lines. The structure of these questions is that they will either be multiple choice questions. Out of the 4 options, you need to select the correct one, where there is 1 correct option from 2 or 3 options, or they will be multiple response questions, where there are 2 correct options from the total 3, maybe 3 correct, maybe all that are correct. In the MCQ versions of the 1-mark question, the 2 option questions may be presented as true or false questions. 1 mark where they can give 3-4 things, they will ask yes, no, true, false, like that. Then the section B, which is for 24 marks. The 6 MTQs in section B may be subdivided. Where this is the case, some or all of the parts may be related to a common scenario. However, a scenario may be relevant to just part of the question. For example, part A of the question may be built around a team scenario with a requirement to apply the theories of the Boolean or Tuckman, which is, you can say, human beings theories, human relation theories, with part B set on a related theme, but not directly connected to the scenario. They are saying that here, there will be 6 MTQs. Suppose 1 scenario they have given, and on that they are giving 2-3 questions. Again, 1 scenario they have given, then they are giving 2-3 questions. In part A, on the basis of 1 scenario, 1 question, whether it's of 2 marks, whether it's of 1 mark. But in section B, on the basis of 1 scenario, there will be 2-3 questions. There will be 6 scenario based questions. I can say 24 marks, 6 into 4, 24. So maybe on the basis of 1 scenario, they are giving 2 questions of 2 marks each. Or on the basis of 1 scenario, they are giving 2 marks, 1 question, then 1, that is 3 questions. It's upon them. But based on 1 scenario, there will be multiple questions. That is section B. And we need to score 50 marks to pass the exam. Out of 100, we need to score 50 to pass the exam. So, paper setup. Section A, 30 MTQs into 2 marks. So it is 60 marks. 16 MTQs into 1 marks. So 16 marks. Section B, six scenario based questions. 6 scenario based questions. 24 marks. To pass, we have to score 50 out of 100. Then what the institute is saying further? Examiner comments on candidate performance. Accounting in business, which is actually business and technology, but accounting in business is a gateway paper, testing many topics but at a relatively shallow level. There is no deep knowledge required from the students in any topic. Shallow, upar se. Candidates should recognize that none of the topic examined in this paper require a detailed or comprehensive knowledge. Institute write-up, I am not saying, they are saying. For any of the topic, a very detailed and comprehensive knowledge is not required. And that it is best practice to have a general understanding of as many topics as possible. If you'd complete the entire syllabus with a basic understanding, that is more required. As many candidates have limited time in which to prepare, it may be counterproductive to drill down too deeply into some subjects areas. Maybe somewhere in Kaplan or BPP, one page write-up is written. Maybe they are explaining something. You are not getting that. Forget that, yaar. Thodi na wo aa raha hai. I'm not, because they are not going to ask the point and all that. It is not a mugging up exam. We need to understand the concept. They are saying that it may be counterproductive. It is not advisable for the student to drill down too deeply into some subject areas, thereby giving too little attention to others. There are some chapters where so many details to mug up. The students are taking tension in mugging up all these things. No faida. It is understood that very few candidates will be equally proficient across all areas of the syllabus. Actually, they want to say that you cannot be master in all 29 chapters. It is not possible. You cannot be master in all the entire areas of the subject. But the student who invests a reasonable amount of time in meaningful preparation should pass. But if the student is going through the entire syllabus properly, they will pass. For a typical candidate, it is wise to spend a little more time on more complicated theories and concepts, as well as those which include more information. Maybe somewhere where the data are more, where so many charts and all that, maybe some time you will be taking more. For example, when dealing with organization culture, questions on Handy's theory, so many charts they have given, pose difficult than those at scene theory, because for the average candidates, the latter is more difficult to grasp than the former. But in turn, candidates may find organization culture more difficult than other organization theories, implying that study time should be adjusted accordingly. That is, maybe for studying that organization structure, I will say leadership and management, I will say relating to human resource, some motivation and all that, some theories are given. Very technical. Maybe you will be taking more time, but don't try to mug up. There is no benefit of mugging up. Candidates are unlikely to be under time pressure when sitting this paper. But time management, because as per my understanding, 80% of the student is completing this paper in less than 2 hours. Since there is no calculation, no plus minus, no multiply, divide, no calculator use, just you need to select the correct answer. So the students, most of the students who gave exam in my exam center, we have exam center in Kolkata, generally they completed in 1.5 hours only. If well prepared, candidate may be able to deal with the paper in sweeps by quickly going through the questions on which they are confident, absolutely confident, and then investing more time on the questions in which they are not confident, which are challenging. Out of so many questions, 30 multiple choice, 2 marks each, then 16 1 marks each, then you can say 6 scenario based questions. It is not possible that everything will be simple or everything will be difficult. Some of the questions will be difficult. But first of all, in the exam, do those questions which are very simple. You can do straight away. And then later on, invest your time on the difficult part. So quite often thinking too hard and too long about answers initially considered to be incorrect. Something is very simple and you are putting huge lot of brain, which does not involve any calculation, will be hampering your performance, and maybe you are thinking correct, but because of more pressure, you are thinking wrong and you are doing wrong in the exam. Maybe counterproductive. So what is the advice of the institute? They are saying you study entire syllabus, don't leave any part. Study the entire subject with the concepts. Maybe somewhere the technical charts and all that are written. They will not be asked in that way in the chart in the exam. The questions in the exam will be more application based as compared to mugging up or technical based. So whenever you are thinking that there is a chart, 1 or 2 times you read, maybe after 10 days, 15 days again revise, maybe at the time of exam again revise. If I will be teaching something, many things in the syllabus in this subject, suppose I will be teaching today, I will be able to remember, believe me, only today. I will forget tomorrow only. Because the way they have written the theories and all that, it is not possible for human beings to remember that. But exam में वो वैसे पूछने वाला नहीं है. They are not going to ask in that way. They are going to ask in a very application oriented way. Maybe something from the syllabus, 2 or 3 questions, maybe 5 questions. They ask which are very, very technical. So 5 questions, if I am not doing correct, I cannot fail. I need to focus on 95% part, that if I am logically understanding the subject, I can easily get through. And it's not a difficult subject to complete. It can be completed faster. But if I will be drilling everywhere, what is the meaning of this sentence and all that? Why Belvin has written this? Then to there is no limit. Maybe 1 year will be less to dig into theory. Because if you do Google search about leadership, motivation, organize, there are millions of pages written on the Google. All those are the part of the syllabus. Who said that Kaplan, BPP or anything, this syllabus is only relevant? Whoever is saying business organization in his own language is relevant. There is no law-wise definition. Business organization is this only. Nobody can say that this is the only definition possible for business organization. Everybody judges his own style. But you cannot start reading from different books, different sentences and all that. That is just waste of time. Because by that you will not be getting anything. Try to complete a paper as topic, whatever is there in that topic, understand logically with your practical examples, with your practical understanding. Do the questions in the syllabus from the exam kit, from the Kaplan study text. Somebody says, should I do BPP also? I will say not required. आपको करना है, आप करिए. I'm not stopping you. You can attempt other questions also. But doing one exam kit and one study text is more than enough. और नहीं करने का, because whatever questions you do, the question will be coming in the exam will be different. No question will be repeated. So do the questions with better understanding. When in a theoretical subject you are not able to do question, you are not able to do it correct. Don't see the solution. Go again in your reading. From wherever you have read the stuff, read again and then come to a conclusion what should be the answer. And then see the solution in the back why you are wrong. Mugging, because if you say that, sir, in the mock paper I scored 80%, but in exam why I failed? In the mock paper you are not doing the mock test the way you should be doing. How many marks, how much marks you are getting in mock paper is not relevant, neither in this paper, in other paper. Whether you are understanding, whether whatever questions are coming, most of the questions you can understand the logic. Maybe it is wrong, ceiling mistake, maybe. But are you getting where you are not able to get the things? What is area where you are weak? Revise them, do them proper, and then give the exam. This is simple because the time consumption will not be there in doing working. If you are giving FA exam, MA exam, many places you need to do some rough working on the scratch pad, on the paper and all that. But in this subject, there is no working, no rough sheet required. So it saves your time and you will be able to complete this subject in the exam, the paper faster. Whether it's a CIMA student. Now, I am saying for some time about CIMA students. CIMA. This is also given by the CIMA Institute only to teach in the better way in the class. The name of the subject, even managing finance in digital world. They are saying that whatever the 2015 syllabus was there, that is again there in 2019 syllabus. But since the name of the subject they are saying, naming managing finance in a digital world, more relating to the business functions are more and more based on IT, based on digital, based on software programming and everything. For that reason, you can see that the CIMA Institute has included in the 2019 syllabus in E1 some extra portions which are mainly related with digital. They have written new. Digital world, digital information in digital world, shape and structure of finance function in digital world. Now, do I know software programming? No. Do I know coding? No. Do I am a software person? No. Do after studying this subject you or we can become a software person? No. What we are going to study when we are handling in business, accounting, finance, marketing, HR functions, then how we use the digital world, how we use the data, how the data and the IT will be helping us in doing business better. That they are explaining here. I can say that when I will be completing the entire syllabus, which is you can say common area, then I will be going mainly in these two areas, technology in digital world and data and information in digital world. I will be going in these two areas separately for CIMA student. I can say one thing more. I will be teaching this technology in digital world and data and information technology in digital world in the CMA syllabus in around 1 month. So I will be asking CIMA student to attend the 2-3 classes of CMA US syllabus, the same thing. So when you will be doing that extra classes in this coming month only, within February only, I will be teaching them because they have the exam in February end. That is not relevant for ACC. That is relevant for CIMA students, slightly more IT areas, more application of digital world on the business and finance function. So I will be teaching to CMA US students in coming 1 month. So I will be giving the class link to CIMA student for these two areas separately. This will be covered here. So with the CMA US 2-3 classes, your entire CIMA E1 will be completed. Now this document, again somebody will say, sir, I have not got that. As I said, these documents, this CIMA document I received around 1 month back. But when my team will be sharing with you the documents, the entire document to study, they will be sharing this entire thing with all of you. Whether you are a CIMA student or not, whether you are an ACC student or not. The folder name for the, for study purpose is ACCA and CIMA E1. If you are not interested in reading ACCA material, leave that. If you are not interested in reading CIMA material, leave that. But the 80-90% area common and some area which is different for CIMA, I will be teaching with the CMA US batch. In CIMA, the paper is 90 minutes, 60 questions fixed, and we need to do 40 correct. That's the CIMA standard. That the exam for operational level for CIMA E1 90 minutes exam, 60 questions. To pass 40 questions need to be correct. Somebody will say that here the pass percentage is 2/3, but in ACCA the pass percentage is 50%. It is 16% more. Generally, those who are giving exam in ACCA in this subject, most of the students are scoring around 65-70 easily. Those who are slightly better student, they are always scoring in this subject 80-90 and all that. It's not a difficult subject. In CIMA, everywhere the subject is of 150 marks, 60 questions, 2.5 marks each. So 150 marks, 40 need to be correct. So we need to get 100 marks to pass the exam that way. And it is 90 minutes exam, 60 questions in 90 minutes. Actually in ACCA it is 2-hour exam. So 2 hours the questions are also more. The questions are 60 plus, I mean to say 30 plus 16 plus 6 scenario based. That is 6 questions, maybe 6 scenario based, at least 2 question 12. So 30 plus 16 plus 12. 30 plus 16 plus 12 which coming 46 and 58, 60 questions. But ACCA students are getting half an hour more. The exam, 2 hours. In 2 hours, we need to complete its on-demand exam. You will be giving exam by sitting in home till the time the corona is there. Once the corona will be over, you can go in exam center and can give the exam. But the exams is on-demand exam. Both the exams are on-demand exam. You can give any time till corona. Remote based, sitting in home. After that, in exam center. After that, it will be in exam center. But then also it is on demand. You can give exam whenever you like. When the corona will be over. जब कोरोना पूरी ठीक हो जाएगा तब. बिकॉज टेंशन नहीं ले सकते, मेरा स्टाफ बहुत दूर दूर से आता है. लेकिन आपको मेरे सेंटर पे आके क्यों एग्जाम देना है? घर से देने को अलाउड कर रहे हैं वो लोग. So many students in last year given the exam in our class only. Then you can see who are the other students. So many students have given the exam. तो इधर उधर जाना ही क्यों है? Because suppose कोरोना 1 साल और ठीक नहीं होता है. Maybe the new strain will affect the society further. तो क्या 1 साल और एग्जाम नहीं देंगे? ठीक है, करिए ऐसे ही. If you have no internet properly, then you can go somewhere and there you can give the exam. अगर आपका कोई रिलेटिव है, कोई फ्रेंड है, अगर रूम कवर्ड है, वहां से एग्जाम दे सकते हैं. कोई जरूरी नहीं है you have to give from your own place only. In our case, the staff are coming from 20, 25, 30 kilometers away. It is not logical that if any problem arises, we conduct exams and then the student will complain. That we can't do. जाइए आप बेंगलोर जाइए, क्या बोलूं मैं. बट इंटरनेट का ऐसा प्रॉब्लम थोड़ी ना है. यू कैन टेक अ डोंगल एंड देन कैन गिव एग्जाम एट एनी प्लेस विच इज कवर्ड. दैट्स ऑल. कोई इशू नहीं है. अगर ऐसे हम लोग करेंगे तो जिंदगी में कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे यार. दुनिया, इवन दो कोरोना गोज, बट द होल सिस्टम ऑफ वर्क हैज चेंज्ड इन द वर्ल्ड. वी नीड टू एक्सेप्ट द चेंज. If we don't accept, never things will materialize. The change is the only thing which is constant in life. मेरा ये बोलना है, फिर भी आपके ऊपर है. ठीक है. अभी आप देखिए, I'm just giving an example. One student, Udit Raj Singh, mailed since morning 20 times. हर मेल में उनका एक ही बात और इंस्टीट्यूट बोलते जा रहा हूं, उनको समझ में ही नहीं आता यार. हर मेल में एक ही बात है. इंस्टीट्यूट बोल रहा है कि आपको अलग से माइक्रोफोन लगाना अलाउड नहीं है. माइक्रोफोन की जरूरत नहीं. When you give the exam, just the camera is required, which is inbuilt in the laptop. अगर कंप्यूटर है तो अलग से कैमरा लगा लीजिए. और कम्युनिकेशन के लिए चैट से या आपको फोन कॉल किया जाएगा. आपको माइक्रोफोन जरूरत नहीं है. उनको ये कोई भी मेल में समझ में नहीं आ रहा है. नॉट अ सिंगल मेल. हर मेल में इंस्टीट्यूट बार बार बोलते जा रहा है कि आपको माइक्रोफोन नहीं चाहिए. ही इज नॉट एबल टू अंडरस्टैंड द इंग्लिश ओनली. डोंट नो व्हाट्स द इश्यू. नॉट एन इश्यू. बट कोई भी स्टूडेंट जो एग्जाम दिया है, I can just say that his experience is very good while giving exam sitting in home. Once you gave the exam recently, how was your experience by sitting in home and giving the exam for FA? Financial accounting, कैसा लगा? Once. I can say CIMA student, those who have given the remote based exam. It is very easy in the sense, आप एग्जाम सेंटर में जाएंगे आएंगे, कुछ गड़बड़ हो जाए, आप घर पे बैठकर एग्जाम दीजिए ना. और अगर आपके यहां पर इंटरनेट प्रॉपरली नहीं है, आप डोंगल अच्छा सा ले लीजिए रिलायंस का ही, और एक ऐसा जगह सेलेक्ट कर लीजिए जो चारों तरफ से कवर्ड. और एग्जाम दीजिए, नो प्रॉब्लम. इट्स नॉट दैट एसेंशियली यू नीड टू गिव एग्जाम इन योर माने रेसिडेंस ओनली, एनीवेयर यू कैन गिव. 2 घंटा एग्जाम देना, एग्जाम हो जाएगा, टेंशन ओवर हो जाएगा, आगे बढ़ जाएंगे. There is no problem. The students are not facing any issue by sitting in home and giving the exam. Okay? वही बात है कि if the laddu pedas are there on the plate, I am not having it. How I will understand the taste of that? I will just say that laddu peda is not good and all that. There is no solution for this. Even though if the technical issue don't resolve, they will refund your fees. They will not charge you. Unless and until आपका एग्जाम होगा नहीं होगा तब तक वो पैसे नहीं लेते हैं. Whatever payment you will do, they will refund you if your exam does not happen. Technical issue may arise. I can say that around 10 to 15% students are facing technical issue. तो उनका पैसा इंस्टीट्यूट वापस कर देता है. Your money will not be at stake. Once your exam will complete, then only your money will be taken. You have to pay earlier, but if the exam does not happen, technical issue, they will give you your money back. There is no tension. हमारे को कोई रिस्क नहीं है. और नमन आपको 6 महीना 7 महीना से ज्यादा हो गया, पूरा का पूरा गड़बड़ी चल रहा है. यू आर अ गुड स्टूडेंट बट नॉट टेकिंग सीरियसली. या तो थोड़ा दिन बाद आप ही भागने वाले हैं, करेंगे ही नहीं कोर्स, और अगर करना है तो यू आर टेकिंग वेरी लेट. As I said in the beginning, those who have joined before June 2020, they have to give at least one exam by March 2021. If they don't give, the classes will not be given to them. Because I am not able to reply to the institute why the student is not giving exam. It's a categorically I have said to all of you. Okay? Now, for all the technical queries, please mail at classes@saraf.academy or study resources@saraf.academy or call, message at 84440400402 or 6. Not to Prakash Saraf. मेरे को क्लास नहीं चल रहा है, नोट्स नहीं मिला, ये सब मैसेज मेल नहीं करेंगे. रिक्वेस्ट, आपको अपने आप आपका क्वेरी रिजॉल्व होगा. आप मेल कर दीजिए या आप कॉल कर लीजिए, सब व्हाट्सएप नंबर है, या आप मैसेज कर दीजिए. आई विल एडवाइज ऑलवेज गिव मेल, बिकॉज मेल से इट इज अ प्रूव दैट यू हैव approached and my team has not solved your issue. Your queries will be resolved as soon as possible, believe me. But my team will not work beyond office hour. In the evening after 7 p.m, in the morning before 10 a.m, they don't work. On Saturday after 4 p.m, they don't work. On Sunday, they don't work. So your technical queries cannot be resolved beyond office hours. For subject related issue, कुछ पढ़ रहे हैं, समझ में नहीं आ रहा है, कोई क्वेश्चन में डाउट है, then 98301-76993 and mail ID is same. Then you will connect with me. If you are not understanding something, then in that case connect with me because that is my responsibility. But staff को हायर करके रखें, आपका टेक्निकल क्वेरीज वही लोग देंगे. The live class recording everybody will get by default. You don't have to request. Once the live class is over, you will get the recordings. We will try it on the same day, but maximum by tomorrow you will get the recordings in the software. The live class you can do only on one single laptop. Live class only, recording class only in one single laptop, window based. रिकॉर्डिंग के लिए सॉफ्टवेयर चाहिए, लाइव क्लास के लिए कोई सॉफ्टवेयर नहीं चाहिए. वी विल बी सेंडिंग यू लिंक before the class. That is, if the class is on Tuesday, on Monday, if the class is on Saturday, on Friday, we will be sending you the link one day before the class. You will be able to click the link. You can join from mobile phone, from tab, from iPad, from computer, laptop. Just internet connection is required for live class. For recorded class, recordings will be done through the software on one single laptop, window base, one single laptop. If you have any issues in recordings or anything, notes or anything, technical query, connect with my team during office hours. Mail them. You don't have to call them. Mail them. For any subject related query, any doubt in the subject, then you will be connecting with me. For any query relating to institute, for any query relating to institute, mail at students@accaglobal.com always by writing your number, I mean to say registration number, and explaining your issue properly. You can do CC to us also, so that we are in the loop that what problem you are facing, we can communicate on your behalf with the institute. But you have to mail to the institute from your registered mail ID at students@accaglobal.com, mentioning your registration number, your issue, what is the issue, you will explain. They will definitely resolve your issue in 3 working days. They will be replying in 3 working days. Auto reply you will get, but actual reply you will get in 3 working days. So that you need to do on your own whenever you face any problem. You are not able to book the exam, exam is not booking, you have given the exam, result is not out, where to check the result, or you have given the exam but because of technical issue it could not go through, you want a refund, everything. Because मैं वो कैसे deal करूं? My team don't have authority to deal that. The student is facing problem with the institute, they need to mail to the institute will solve their query definitely. Okay, then I can say last thing. Last thing is that in the institute website, if we go for the mock paper, one is practice test and one is specimen exams. First of all, practice test. Practice test. Practice test. Actually, in the practice test, you can purchase the practice test with the institute. I will advise, not required. If you purchase, generally you will waste your money. In place of that, you can go in the specimen exams. Right here. Specimen exams. Again, sorry. Specimen exams. The specimen exams, they have given 2 papers. For business and technology full exam, business and technology extra exam, their question paper and the answer. These 2 we are getting free. Then whatever is there in the Kaplan and exam kit and study text, that we are getting, and then extra this. If we study properly, then in that case there is no extra mock papers required. Even though the charges are not high, but I will not advise. Generally the student says that मेरे को और करना है. Then I say that you can purchase, but it is not advisable from my side. You cannot do these question paper now, because unless and until you complete your syllabus, how you will be doing the mock paper for the entire syllabus? For the time being, you need to study one by one subject properly, and then after completion of the syllabus, you will be able to do these mock papers. When the student go for exam, they call me, sir, mock paper kahan hai? Yahin par hai. I said in the first class only, it's not only the area which I am visiting in front of you. You will be visiting these areas. You will be visiting all the areas which is freely available. See all the things which are there available freely for you. Go through with them so that you are ready what to study, from where to study, and all that. Now, how we will complete? How we are going to complete? In this, there is no different order we are going to maintain. We are going to study one by one A, B, C, D, E, F, and all that. There is because there is no relationship between different subjects. There is no relation subject in the sense different topics. Every topic is standalone, different. If there is a correlation, then everything is correlated. So we are going to complete one by one all the topics, one by one. Generally, the target will be there. If I will say that the new document which ACCA Institute has shared, 29 topics. General target is 2 topics in a class. So you can see that it is 15 classes. Maybe sometimes in one class we will not be able to complete 2 topics. It takes more time. Someday we can complete 3 topics. It will happen. But approximately 2 topics, 1 class, 1 hour, 1 hour. Every topic we will complete. And 5 extra classes for revision. Maximum by 15th April. Maximum by 15th April 2021, I will complete the entire syllabus anyhow. It will not require any extra effort. Just I am saying that by 15th April we will complete everything. How you will study? As I always say, join live classes always. In the first class you all are there, but after 2 or 3 classes 80% will go off, I know. But I will say that why I am teaching live. When the student will be doing recordings are already there. Why then I am teaching live? I just want extra efforts from my side to give you live feeling, live experience. So join live classes. Even if you do live class, do recordings again at 1.5 speed. While doing the recordings, make the class speed 1.5. So if the class is done in 2 hours, you will be able to do the recordings in 1.5, 1.4 hours. You can make the speed 2 also. So you will be able to complete in half time. Then if somebody has not done the live class, do the entire recording first of all in 2 hours without any speed change. Then again do the recordings by speeding. That means double effort, same thing. Then do the questions which we did in the class again on your own, because even though you have done the live class, you have done the recording, now you should be able to do the questions. Test yourself कि मैंने 2 बार पढ़ लिया, अब क्या मैं कर पा रहा हूं? Then do other questions which we have not done in the class. After doing the questions which we have done in the class, the other question which we have not done, do those questions on your own. Don't see the solution. Solution you will see after doing that. Not before doing the question you will be seeing the solution. No. Make your short notes. What notes? You will not be copying from my seat. You will not be copying from Kaplan. You will not be copying from ACCA Institute material. No. What you understood after studying the entire chapter. Basically, where you find that tricky things which you need to remember. What question you find that this question is tricky, I need to remember. So make a note. Copy screenshot of your question which is tricky, the things which are difficult, write about them so that next time when you revise, you will not go into Kaplan, no live class, nothing. You will just see your notes and revise the stuff. Revise the stuff after 10-15 days. Once 10-15 days are over, what you studied in 10-15 days back, try to revise with your own notes. With your own notes, nothing else. For doing all this, we don't have to study more than 2 hours in a day. चाहे आपका कितना भी प्रेशर हो, कुछ भी हो, घर में कोरोना है, किसी को कुछ हो गया, फाइनेंशियल इश्यू है, कुछ भी है, दिन में 2 घंटा पढ़ने के लिए कोई कुछ नहीं करना है. इफ आई एम रेडी टू गिव माई 100%, तो मेरे से इजिली हो जाएगा. सो रेगुलरली 2 घंटा पढ़ना है, 2 आवर्स, और पढ़ने का स्टाइल ये होना चाहिए. ये नहीं कि क्लास हो गया, यू अटेंडेड द लाइव क्लास, स्टार्ट डूइंग न्यू क्वेश्चंस, यू आर अ पंडित. अरे नहीं पॉसिबल है भाई. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल डू द रिकॉर्डिंग्स, do the same thing which we have done in the class, then do the new things, then make your notes, what you have understood in the chapter, and then you will be making, after making notes, your that topic is complete. Revise it after 10-15 days along with the new topic which we are doing, uska revision chalu kar dijiye. And once the batch is over, within 10 days give the exam. Suppose I complete on 10th April, by 20th April give the exam. उससे ज्यादा डिले नहीं करना है. आपको लाइव करना हो, नहीं करना हो, कैसे भी करना हो, हर एक टॉपिक के लिए, फॉर एवरीथिंग देयर शुड बी अ टाइम लाइन, देयर शुड बी अ प्लानिंग. विदाउट प्लानिंग वी कैन नॉट सक्सीड इन लाइफ, नथिंग विल हैपन इन लाइफ. अगर जिंदगी में कुछ करना है तो वी हैव टू हैव प्लान्ड लाइफ. यू कैन सी दैट देयर आर स्टूडेंट्स हु वर आस्किंग इन मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग क्लासेस, कब नया बैच चालू होगा. मैनेजमेंट अकाउंटिंग दे ज्वाइंड आफ्टर 2-3 क्लासेस गॉन, देन अगेन दे हैव ज्वाइंड इट टुडे एज अ लाइव. After again 2-3 classes they will go. अगर ऐसा करना है तो ये डिस्काउंट करना है ना कि आई एम नॉट ए स्टूडेंट हु इज इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडी, आई डोंट वांट टू स्टडी, आई वांट टू डू समथिंग एल्स इन लाइफ. मेरे को स्टडी नहीं करना है. आपको लाइव करना है, नहीं करना, उससे क्या फर्क पड़ता है. बट मेरे को ये सब्जेक्ट 15 अप्रैल के अंदर कंप्लीट होना है. आई हैव टू. इफ आई वांट टू डू समथिंग इन लाइफ, आई हैव टू. देयर इज नो वर्ड कॉल्ड फेलियर्स आर द पिलर्स ऑफ सक्सेस, ओनली सक्सेस आर द पिलर्स ऑफ सक्सेस. ठीक है. Anybody has any doubt before proceeding with the study? Somebody was saying BT, this, that, anybody. Anybody has any doubt before? Because all these things you cannot ask again in the message. If you are not able to open the software, you will connect with my team. As I said, this is a request. Anything to ask, anything to say, anybody, any query? Tell me, Pragati. And told is my first class. Yes. Okay, then I think there are many like you. It's not only you. There are many like you who are doing the first class, those who joined recently in 1 month approximately. I don't remember the name, but there are many other than you also. Because this is actually the batch those who are 12 pass out generally. I'm just saying, what will be the subjects? Which? This subject is BT. Then after that, I will be starting in the month of April, financial accounting, which I did in the last year in April. Then again, after that, I will be doing management accounting. This is F1. Then in April, I will be doing F3. Then in the August, September, I will be doing F2. This way the life will carry on like this. This is F1 subject. Accounting and business BT. There are three subjects: accounting and business, which is BT, financial accounting, management accounting. For all the students, those who are 12 pass out, there are three subjects. I always teach one by one subject. BT and FA is in F1. आप बहुत अच्छा पूछ रहे हैं प्रगति. All things gone, you are saying what is सीता किसकी बेटी थी? BT or AB F1, then MA F2, then FA F3. If somebody is a foundation level student, this is called FBT. This is called FMA. This is called FFA. Again, I said just now, Joyjeet, if there is, suppose recordings, my team will give you all the three subjects recording whenever you want. What we have issue? We don't have any issue. But as per my understanding, if the student will start study all three, he will not be able to give exam a single subject anytime in life. That's my experience. Because if we focus on one by one subject, the chances of passing and giving the exam will be higher. But if we study more than one subject at a time, then the problem will be there. That is my advice. So if you want other classes also, they have given, definitely. I don't know which subject you want. Because you are not, I mean to say, stopped from doing any of the recordings. No problem. You can connect with them. They will give you all the recordings. There is no problem. There is no problem from our side. You can study any subject. I also recommend that if a student is serious, along with this BT, the student can study one another subject, because BT is slightly theoretical, not so interesting. So along with BT, if we study say MA or FA, it will be better. And we can complete both the subjects in 3-4 months. Which I said in the previous two batches also. When I was doing MA class, then I said in the first class only, the student can do the BT subjects as a recording. When I did the FA class, then also I said that the student can do BT subject as a recording. Similarly, when I am saying BT live class, the student can do any one subject, MA or FA, as recordings. They can do. Because only BT is not so enjoying. So to make the study interesting, along with BT, we can study another subjects. So if you want any class, my team will give you that material, classes, everything. Don't worry. But I don't know what you have communicated them, which class they have given, I don't know. The student has all the rights to ask for all the three subject classes and materials. Then Pragati and Joyjeet. Please be fast. Just a request. Whatever your queries you ask, I will reply, and then we will proceed. As I said that, those who have joined before June 2020, by June 2020, they have to give at least one exam by March 2021. Otherwise, we will not be giving them classes. The classes will be stopped for them. But those who joined after June 2020, you have to join recently. आप exam अभी late से भी दे सकते हैं. But you should be trying, as I said, when I will complete one subject, you give the exam of that subject. When I complete another subject, you will give exam of another subject. At least that much should be there. That the students should be giving exam with me. When I complete the subject, the students would give exam. जो मैंने अभी बोला था, when I asked that is there any doubt, then I said that when I will complete this subject, say on 10th April, a serious student should be giving exam by 20th of April. When the whole syllabus is completed in 3 months, 2 classes in a week, every day 2 hours study, then why we will be deferring our exam beyond 20th April? If we are deferring that, we are very, very bad. We are worst. I will say, I don't have words to explain. If I have taught a subject for 3 to 4 months and the student is not giving exam after that, whether he has attended live class or not, whatever problem he has in the life, but I will say that there is no words to say how much bad the student is. That I can say. मेरे को बहुत खराब बोलने का इच्छा है, लेकिन मैं बोल नहीं पा रहा हूं. इतना खराब बोलना है कि मैं एक सब्जेक्ट अगर 3 से 4 महीने पढ़ा रहा हूं और स्टूडेंट उसके बाद एग्जाम नहीं देता है, चाहे वो कुछ भी बोले, वो कुछ नहीं चलेगा. वो सबसे खराब है दुनिया में. इतना ही बोल सकता हूं कि वो स्टूडेंट को एक्चुअली पढ़ाई नहीं करना है. तो अगर स्टडी नहीं करना है, क्यों टेंशन लेना है? डू समथिंग एल्स इन लाइफ. इफ आई एम नॉट इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडी, आई शुड बी डूइंग समथिंग एल्स. दैट्स बेटर. अभी तो मैंने बोला यार कि अगर आपको कोई टेक्निकल क्वेरी होएगा किसी को भी, देन इन दैट केस, इसीलिए आई हैव रिटन द नंबर्स एंड मेल आईडी आल्सो, so that nobody can say that sir you have not said. I have written in the, and this slide I will be mailing just after the class to all of you. So why you cannot connect? If you cannot connect with my technical teams, then in that case how your technical query will be resolved? How? My technical team is there for support of all of you only, na? Otherwise why the technical team is required? Why to pay them salary and all that? It's waste of money. So students can connect with my technical team whenever they like, but during office hours. रात को 9 बजे नहीं उठाएंगे वो लोग फोन, but during office hours. You need to connect with them during office hours only. Whatever your plan is there, first of all, show the credibility that we will give this subject exam in 3 months. Then we will talk about other subjects. First of all, show the courage so that you are a good student. When this subject I will complete in around 3 months, give the exam. Then we will talk about other 2 subjects. Which one will be better, FA or MA in recording? All are better. When I teach so minutely, so detailed, everything is better. But FA is an easy subject as compared to MA. Financial accounting is easier as compared to management accounting. But मैंने हर चीज को बहुत डिटेल में, बहुत सुंदर से, बहुत अच्छे से बताया है. कोई चीज में कोई जल्दीबाजी नहीं की है. So if the student will be doing the class, they will not be facing any problem. Okay, then my question is that if I will give exam in March, so what will be my subject? That's upon you. If you are doing the live classes, I am teaching F1 BT, you should be giving after 3 months BT exam. If you don't want live classes, you will be doing recordings of the previous subjects. You can do recording of any one subject. My advice going for BT will be better because I am live. It is upon the student which subject they want to prepare and give the exam. I will always advise the students should prepare the subject which I am doing live. Then One more thing, otherwise everybody will call me and telling me and all that. One thing I forgot to tell. Live class on Tuesday 2 p.m. on Friday 2 p.m. or Saturday 11:30 a.m. Sometime this time I will be keeping the class on Friday also. The reason is that on Saturday there is you can say a CPA batch where the students have holiday on second and fourth Saturday. So when they have holiday on second and fourth Saturday, I will be teaching them at 11:30. But if they don't have holiday, I will be teaching you all on Saturday. The next class will be on Saturday 11:30 a.m. I'm not saying that today class is over. I'm just saying. So I will be communicating in Tuesday class when is the next class, whether it's Friday, whether it's Saturday. If it's Friday, it is 2 p.m. If it is Saturday, it is 11:30 a.m. So we will be having 2 live classes every week. Should I proceed or anybody has anything to ask so that we can start our study? Up till now we have not started anything. Everybody, whenever you are messaging, chatting, in the chat box below there is written to. Beside to there is a drop down arrow. Click the drop down arrow, select everyone and then only chat. Just a request. So that everybody will be able to see what you are chatting and they will be able to correlate. We want everybody should be on the same page. So whenever anybody chatting in the chat box below there is two. Beside two there is a drop down arrow. Click drop down arrow, select everyone. Always remain that and then chat. Okay. Now today we are discussing business organization, which is you can say the first topic as per Kaplan, the first topic as per new material, old material, any CIMA course is even any course. The first topic is business organization. The area covered in the topic is what is a business organization. Define the different types of features of business organization. How the business organization differ between each other. Then what are the business organizations are doing? What are the activities they are conducting? And then understanding technically what is a commercial business organization, what is a not-for-profit oriented organization, what is a public sector, what is a non-government organization, what is cooperatives. Believe me, there is nothing in this chapter that you all have not studied in 11th and 12th standard. Obviously, the English which I will be saying, or the English which is written in the Kaplan, or the English which is written in the Google, everywhere is different English. But ultimately, the understanding you already have. But I have my own style of saying. I am doing business through Saraf Academy. Our business organization is Saraf Academy. Saraf Academy, the legal name is Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. That is my company. Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. And the brand name we are using, Saraf Academy. The legal entity is Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. The brand name is Saraf Academy. In my organization, me and my wife are the shareholders and the directors. We have invested in the shares of Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. We are the shareholder and we are the directors of the company. In my company, 12 to 13 staffs are there. There are 3 peon, then there are 3 counselors, then there are 2 technical persons, then there are 2 accountant, then there are 2 marketing persons, and you can say me and my wife, I also treat myself as a staff. So we have 13 to 14 persons team. Every person in the business, in our business, has a specialized job given to them. Somebody is involved in counseling, somebody is involved in giving material to students, somebody is involved in solving the software queries of the students. I am involved in, you can say, providing classes and all that. My wife is involved in business administrations. So everybody has their different responsibility. And we all, these 13, 14 persons, are actually dealing with the entire world, with the customers, you all, with the suppliers for purchase of materials, resources, with the financiers for getting funds, or you can say that with the government organizations for meeting the government regulations. We are regularly connecting all these things so that we can conduct our business. We are doing business for the benefit of me, my wife, as a shareholder, getting more return from the company, getting more and more profit. My staff are working for the organization to get the salary, to get motivation, to get the bonus incentive during every year when they complete the job 1 year and all that. Then you can say you all are joining with our company to get the classes, to complete your courses, to get growth in life, to be employed somewhere. You all have the financiers or those who have given money to us, the suppliers. They are engaged with us for their own purpose, for their own purpose. Everybody in the business has their own motive. And this motive can be fulfilled by the support of everybody. If I will say that I can do everything in my organization, teaching, giving software, doing the accounting, everything, I can do. There is no problem in doing that. But only two hands, two eyes, the resources are limited. So for doing the work, I want a support from the staff. When I am teaching, there are inquiries going on with the counseling team. They are receiving inquiries from the students who will communicate. I am teaching, how I will communicate. So you need to understand that my organization is a very small organization. Still, so many things are involved. You talk of Reliance, you talk of ITC, you talk of any company, you talk of companies where government is the shareholder, government is the controller. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, BPP, HPCL, there are so many companies. You talk of, I will say, a society. Society means, suppose in our building, all the flat owners in the tuition center building, in my residential building, in the building you are staying, there is a flat owners association. The association is working for the benefit of the entire building, for the flat owners building. I can say, suppose you are the member of a club. Then in the club, every member contribute as a subscription. Then the club is giving benefit to all the members. There are, you can see, organizations which are actually doing the benefit to the general public. There are organizations who are doing benefit for Corona. There are organizations who are distributing food and all that to the poor people. There are many organizations which are actually formed for the benefit of the public. In my organization, the prime objective is to generate income. We are a profit-oriented organization. Government organization, the main objective is not profit. The main objective is helping the society. There are non-government organizations which are acting as a government only. I mean to say, they are for the benefit of the society. If anybody has a private institution, I mean to say that, and helping the Corona affected people, helping poor people in food, shelter, clothing. They are not government, but they don't have the objective to generate income. I will say that ACCA Institute, CIMA Institute, in India, CA Institute, all these institutes are not for profit-oriented organizations. You will say that, sir, they are charging so much fees. They are charging whatever fees. Forget that. Leave that. Whatever fees they are charging. You need to think that how they are able to control the institute. How they will be able to develop the ACCA Institute name in terms of employment, in terms of brand, creating the study resources and everything, conducting the exam. All these things require expenditure. If they will not get the money from the students, from the learning partner, how they will run their organization? If I will not be getting money from you, somebody can say that, sir, can you take discount? Sir, can you teach me without any cost and all that? I can understand. But the problem is that how the show will run. The objective of my organization is generating income. The objective of CA Institute, ACCA Institute is not generating income. The objective of a hospital, the objective of a school, college is not generating income. But how any organization will function if they will not be getting money to serve? If suppose somebody is working in a not-for-profit oriented organization, then the not-for-profit oriented organization will be giving him salary. How the organization will give him salary when the organization is not able to generate cash flow to give the salary? We are saying that when we think that if we are purchasing something and selling at a higher price, it is not unethical. You have to survive. If you don't get extra money, how you will be able to do the business, either for profit making purpose or for not making purpose, or not for profit making purpose, whatever may be. So in the whole world, business organization means some people come together and they are doing business because its name is business organization. The organization is doing business for their own benefit, for their connected persons, for the general public, for the general society, for everybody. Why there is an organization required? Because one person cannot do everything. One person knowledge is limited. One person resources are limited. So one person cannot achieve everything. For that reason, combination of resources is required. Then only the whole world can survive. For that reason, we require a business organization culture. There are different types of business organization in the world. Entrepreneurial. That is, the organization is in the name of an entrepreneur. There is no company structure. But there are many staff working in that organization. There is partnership. More than two persons connect together and form a business organization. Maybe private company, maybe public limited company, maybe government organization where government control is there, maybe non-government organization which are doing public welfare, but they are not government. There are different types of business organizations in the world. Every business organization has a different purpose, collection of resources, collection of human beings, knowledge, expertise, and then they will be able to do the business. The business is not only profit making. The business is whatever is your major objective that you want to fulfill. That is treated as business organization. The common features of the business organization is those who invest and those who control the business organization. Those who work in the business organization, they all are separate. If I will say that in Reliance Industries, I have invested in the Reliance Industries shares, then I am the owner of Reliance Industry, but I am not managing Reliance Industry business. Business is managed by Ambani. That is a public limited company. If suppose I have given loan to a company, I have given loan to an entrepreneurial organization. I am a finance provider. I have given funds, but I am not managing the business of the partnership or the entrepreneurship business. So the business organization is a combination of so many resources, so many persons. The investors are different, the controllers are different, the benefit receivers are different. But the organization need to think about benefit of everybody. Even a profit-making organization also need to think about benefit of everybody. I need to think my organization is a profit-making. I need to think about myself. I need to think about all my students. I need to think about my staff. I need to think about government, their regulations, their guidelines. I need to think about any, regulatory organization, those who can put pressure on me. All these I need to think. For business, it is not hollow. It is connected with the society. It is connected with the world. That is called business. Whatever I am saying, not written in any book. It's just that the flow of understanding, flow of discussion. You will say that Sir Kaplan is saying this book is saying this. I am not going into that way. Because agar kitab mein jo likha hua hai, that I will say, then what is the purpose of study? I am giving you very practical example. You forget about my organization. If you are belonging to a business community, if you are belonging to a family where business is being done, then in your family also there is a business. Maybe entrepreneur, maybe a company, maybe a public limited, or maybe you are a salaried, your parents are salaried man. Then they are working somewhere where they are working. That is also a business organization. Ab unke bare mein sochiye. You think about your practical example and think what is a business organization. That is a business organization. Nobody is asking you, write the definition of business organization. Maybe if you do Google search, you will be finding the definition of business organization by different economists. Koi yaad nahi karne. My definition of business organization is this. What is a business organization? What ACCA Institute has written about business organization? An organization is an arrangement where a collection of people with a set of shared objectives create a formalized group. Whether that is my organization, Saraf Academy, the 14, 15 persons created a formalized group. Even the 14, 15 persons are the staffs and directors. But there are so many who are outsiders, customers. You are not out of 14, 15. Financiers, suppliers, वो भी तो business organization का part ही है. Everybody is a part of the business organization. Organizations are formed to provide goods and services to the customers. They are able to control their own performance and have a boundary separating them from the environment. Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, this is my office. In this office, this place is for this employee, so many things are there. Organizations have an impact on the environment and various factors from the environment affect them. Organization is affecting environment, affected by environment. Environment means what? I'm not talking about environment means water, air and all that. Environment means competitors. Environment means customers. Environment means suppliers. Environment means water, air, everything. Environment, not only environment in the sense of technical meaning, it's a business environment. So my business is affecting the business environment in the world, and I am getting affected by the business environment in the world. Every business that happens, that is a business organization. Why the organizations are formed? If the organizations are not there, then in that case, the same thing can be done in a more time. To save time, the organizations are required. Division of labor. I will be doing something, my wife will be doing something, my staff will be doing something, somebody will be doing accounting job. Division of labor. The persons will be doing the work as per their specialization. Synergistic benefit. We normally say mathematics 2 plus 2 equals to 4. But when the different persons come together with a different specialization, it will be 2 plus 2 equals to 5. If I can stand alone basis, I can earn say 1 lakh and my wife can earn 1 lakh. But if we come together, we can earn 5 lakh. Not 1 plus 1, 2. It is more than 2. So we will be able to get synergistic benefit if we will be having organization structure. Knowledge sharing. I will be sharing some knowledge with my staff. My staff will be sharing with me. In the bigger organization, the knowledge sharing is more relevant. And satisfying social needs. The social needs, the education requirement of yours is also a social needs. Social needs not only distributing something as a free. Social means whatever you are selling goods and services. Every organization in the world is doing social service. Every organization. Whether it's Reliance, Tata, Birla, Ambani, anybody. All organizations are doing social service. People come together in the organization to share ideas, opinion, to help the society. Is this the exhaustive list that why the business organizations required? No. It's just that the relevant points are written. There can be other points. There is no limit. How the organizations differ from each other. Entrepreneurship, partnership, company, private limited, public limited, non-government organization. There are so many organizations. How they are different with each other. First of all, ownership and control. Some organizations are sole proprietorship and are owned and controlled by the owner. If I will say that there is no Saraf Gurukul Private Limited, I have the business in the name of Prakash Saraf. I am the owner, I am controlling the business. I am the owner, I am controlling. But in case of Reliance, I am the owner, I have the shares, but I am not controlling Reliance. While others are partnership where the partners, every partner is not controlling the business. The partner has invested, but the partner is not controlling. In a public limited company like Reliance or anybody, the shareholders are the owners, but they are not controlling the business. So controller are somebody else and the owners are somebody else. The owners and controllers in business organization are generally different. In a government organization, who are the owners? In a government organization, who are the owners? Anybody can say? Government. In the government organization, we are the owners. How the government got the money to do the business? How the government got the money to do the business? With the taxes. I paid taxes, GST, income tax and all that for that reason. With the taxes and donations, the government organizations are running. So actually the owners are the general public. But the business organization is controlled and managed by the government. Who is the government? The elected government by us. In a democratic country like India, US and all that, we say that the elected government, like in India present, it is BJP. In West Bengal, it is Mamata Banerjee, whatever you say. Legal status. Organizations can be differentiated based on the law under which they are formed. The company need to be registered in India under companies law. The partnership need to be registered under the Partnership Act. The normal individual business need to be registered under the Trade License Act. Whatever. Different legal status is there. Activity. Different organizations provide varying goods and services. Some organizations are manufacturing. Some organizations are providing service. We are a service organization. In India, Maruti and all that are manufacturing organization. Different activity they conduct. Profit or not profit. My organization is a profit motive organization. Any organization controlled by government is a not for profit oriented organization. Any non-government organization for the benefit of the general public is not for profit oriented organization. Size. My organization is very small, one place of business. But there are many organizations, multinational companies, multinational offices and all that. Size. Level of technology. My organization, I will say, using advanced technology, huge use of technology. Some organizations are purchasing goods and selling goods. There is no such use of technology. Some technology usage is there everywhere. But some organizations are using more technology, some are using less. Again, this is not the only difference for the differences between the organizations. Just some examples. The same thing is written in Kaplan and BPP in more detail. And the same thing can be written in more detail when you do Google search. There is no limit. It's that more than reading. This is very general thing. I can understand with my examples with practical things. Industrial and commercial sector in which business organization operate. Whether it's a company, whether it's a partnership, whether it's entrepreneur, whether it's a proprietorship, whether it's a government, anybody, in which businesses they operate, in which industry they operate. One is manufacturing sector, purchasing raw material, converting the raw material with machines and labor into finished goods. Any company which is doing that, Maruti, Reliance, ITC, Hindustan, Unilever, any company. They have given the example of UK company. I will take example of Indian company. क्या मेरे को नहीं मालूम है? Extracting sector. That is those organizations which are extracting minerals from maybe oil, maybe coal, maybe gold, maybe silver, and then they are selling in the market. That is called extracting industry. Construction sector. Road, building, dams, bridges. That is construction sector. Retailing and distribution. Purchasing and selling. And service sector. Service sector providing service. Maybe electricity, maybe telephone. All these are service organizations. Again, this is not an exhaustive list. These are the types of businesses or industries in which the organizations are engaged. Different types of business organization. One is commercial sector. One is not for profit oriented organization. One is public sector organization, and then cooperatives. Commercial sector. Commercial sector means the objective is to make profit. The commercial sector is divided into sole trader, partnership, private limited, public limited. All have the objective of profit making. Then not for profit oriented organization. These organizations do not exist to make profit. Their purpose is to provide benefit to the society or the environment. Generally government organization. Public sector organizations. These organizations owned and controlled by the government. They work for the welfare of the people. I can say that not for profit oriented organization may be non-government also. And public sector organizations are always only. Public sector means government. All the companies in India where government share is more than 50%, they are public sector organization in India. Cooperative. Cooperatives means the building society. Club. They are not giving benefit to the general public. They are for the benefit of their own. In my building, the society is for the benefit of the entire building owners. That is treated as cooperatives. An organization or association that is owned and managed jointly by those who use its facilities. If I am a club member, I am using the club facility, I am serving the club, the finance and all that. Commercial sector. That is those organizations which are actually for profit purpose. What companies are company operatives in industry? Not getting. What companies are cooperatives in industry? Or you are saying that those who are in the cooperative business, which are the companies? I think Amul India, I think Amway. I don't remember about Amway, but I think Amul India is a cooperative society only. There is a Lijjat Papad, because that is also a cooperative society only. Don't remember because सबके बारे में पता नहीं है यार. But those are the cooperative society, but they are famous in the world as a very prominent organization. Amway happening, I don't know. But cooperative society means for the benefit of the society. So commercial sector means those organization structure which are for generating income, which have the motive to generate income. The organization in this sector exists to make profit. Their activities revolve around the fact that their revenue should be greater than the cost. My organization, my sales revenue from the student should be greater than cost. Such entities are created to generate a profit. There are several types of organizations: sole trader, partnership, private limited, public limited. My company is a private limited company, Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. In India, for a private limited company, we need to mention PVT. In UK, for a private limited company, we need not mention PVT. For a public limited company, we need to mention public limited. In India, Reliance Industries Limited, we don't need to mention public limited. In India, the rule is different. In India, we are saying private limited, we need to mention PVT. But in UK, in developed countries, for public limited, we need to mention public limited. Public limited companies, the general public is the shareholder. In the private company, only the relatives are there. Me and my wife is the shareholder, like that. The private limited company shares are not there in the market, but the public limited company shares are there in the market. Sole trader. In sole trade organization, the owners runs the business. One person owns and controls the organization. Other peoples are there, but the owner is one. The ultimate responsibility of the business lies with that person. If there is any loss, then the owner need to compensate the loss with his personal assets. Because in the sole proprietorship, the owner's liability is unlimited in the business. Partnership. More than one person's. A partnership is formed with two or more individuals and pool resources to jointly own and control a business. They are responsible for all the losses of the partnership. They are severally liable individually and severally liable for the partnership. Limited company. I am the shareholder of Saraf Gurukul Private Limited. If there is any loss in Saraf Academy, I am not responsible. My personal assets are not responsible. In a public company, in a private company, in a company, the shareholders are not responsible for the losses of the company. In limited company, the ownership and control of the business is separate. They are owned by shareholders who are the fund providers and controlled by the board of directors. There are two types of companies, private and public limited. The directors are responsible if they will not be doing their duty in a proper way. But if they are doing their duty diligently, ethically, and something happens in which directors has not done anything bad, then the directors are not responsible. The directors will be responsible if they are not conducting the business of the company in a proper way. So we are saying that in a public company, the owners are the friends and family. In a public limited company, the owners are the public shareholders. Traded in a private company, the shares are not traded in the market. But in the public company, the shares are traded in the share market, Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange. Managed by, in a private limited company, managed by directors, public limited company, managed by directors. Financed by, in a private limited company, the banks, me and my wife, the founders, those who have invested. But in a public limited company, general public has invested in the shares of the company. Do you know what is venture capitalist? Venture capitalist means those who invest in risky business. So there are banks, financial institutions, they have formed their venture capital company and they invest in risky business. And nowadays there is startups and all that going on all over the world in India. The startup investment is actually venture capitalist only. Public limited, institutional investors means what? Suppose ICICI Bank has invested in Reliance 10% of the shares. 10% of the share capital is very huge amount. It is in millions. They are treated as institutional investors. They have invested in the company a big chunk of amount and they want a good return on their shares. The private company, me and my wife is the director in Saraf Academy. Why? Why me and my wife is the director in Saraf Gurukul? Because who have invested in money? Who is running the business of Saraf Academy? We. So the founders are the directors. These are commercial organization. Then the not-for-profit oriented organization. In direct contrast to commercial organization, not-for-profit organization are started and run for the purpose of providing benefit to the society. The primary goal is not to generate income. The primary goal is to benefit the society. Not for profit oriented organization can drive their income from donations given by the public or through government funding. Not for profit oriented organization greatly in terms of both size and value. There are not profit oriented organization very big. The societies, I mean to say the community which is helping the whole world, and there are societies which are small. I'm not saying society, but they are non-government. They are doing for the benefit of the general public, but they are small. The non-government organization, not government, but they are doing the benefit of the society, are organization that works towards a social, cultural, economical, and educational cause. They are usually started and run to provide a goods and service that government is not offering, or maybe the government is offering, but they are also offering. NGOs cover a wide spectrum of aims regarding their education and environment. Suppose Amnesty International, suppose Greenpeace, suppose Red Cross. Amnesty International is at a global level a non-government organization for fighting for human rights, for men, for women, for anybody. Greenpeace is the organization who is working in the whole world for protecting the environment. Red Cross is the organization in the whole world for the victims of wars and internal conflicts. There are many. I don't remember their name, but these are at global level. We say that the Red Cross revenue in a year is greater than the revenues of many countries. The Red Cross revenue in a year is greater than the revenues of the countries. Generally, we want to say in not-for-profit non-government. Generally, we want to say in not-for-profit non-government. Even government organizations are also not-for-profit. But government organization we are considering under public sector. Non-government organization not for profit purpose is not for profit oriented. That public sector organizations are owned and controlled by government. They are run by elected government officials and obtain funds from taxpayers, borrowing and charging individuals. Their objective are defined by government and controlled by the government, but they actually financed by the public. They will often provide services that profit-making organizations do not provide. Electricity, water, telephone, all these things, because government has to take action for this. Cooperatives. These organizations are jointly owned and controlled by consumers. Club, society, I can say, as we discussed when Naman said, the Amul India, the Lijjat Papad, all these in India are basically cooperatives who use their services. They are jointly owned. All members have equal votes and enjoy a democratic control over the organization. Examples include cooperative banks. I will say Lijjat Papad, Amul India, or in any society where you are living in any building or anywhere, there is a society formed. That society is a cooperative society. The cooperative society is for the benefit of the members of the society. So what they have said in organization structure, what they want to cover. What is an organization? Business organization. What are the features of the organization? How the organization differ with each other. List the industrial, commercial sectors in which the organization work. Manufacturing, construction, service, different types of businesses there are. And the difference between commercial. Commercial means sole proprietorship, partnership, public, private. Not for profit means non-government organization doing government job. Public sector means government organization. Non-government organization separately also written, but we incorporate non-government organization under not-for-profit generally. Even government organization is also not for profit, but we generally say non-government means part of not-for-profit. And cooperative, not for profit, for the benefit of the persons who are the members of the cooperative society. They are for the benefit of the members who are the members of the cooperative society. What is business organization? Why we require business organization? What functions they do? What type of business organizations are possible? How they are different with each other? And in the practical world, what type of business organizations available? Because when we think about business, if we don't understand the types of business organization, there is no purpose that we can start any study. Suppose in the subject area it was written that AB will affect FA. So FA, we are preparing the accounts, PL account, balance sheet for company, for partnership, for individual. In the management accounting, we are controlling cost, we are pricing of the product. On the basis of this, all subjects are interrelated. But not that I cannot understand financial accounting, management accounting without studying business organization. That I already know. So whenever we start a commerce study, maybe in the 9th class, 10th class, 11th class, 12th class, whenever, the business study starts with business organization only. What do we mean by business organization? Why we require? What they do? What type of businesses they do? How they are different with each other? What are the different forms of business organization? There is 4-5 questions given here. There are 5-10 questions in the Kaplan. Then there are some questions in the Kaplan exam kit also. You can do that. You should be doing that. These questions answers are given in the back here. Kaplan answers are given in the study text at the end of the chapter. Kaplan exam kit answers are given in the exam kit at the end. Just for example, this is Kaplan book study text. The business organization. What are they? Why do they exist? And the different types. You can say that it is 32 along with questions and their answers. Hello, can you all hear me? 1 second.